Welcome to the Twin Turbo Gaming Show. Drop that funky beat. How's everybody doing out there? This is ET. You're tuned to R32 Media, episode 10. We made it to 10. Good. We haven't missed a show yet, so we're doing good. No pod fade here. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's see. Some housekeeping before we get started. First thing I'd like to do is invite you over to r32media.com to subscribe. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. We have links on the right side. We just put it top of the right sidebar. It says subscribe. We have one link for iTunes and one link for any other podcatcher. And there's an icon. There's two icons there. You can see them. Also, we'd like you to subscribe to the mailing list. The mailing list will send you a weekly update on what's happening on R32 Media with the shows and any other content we want to push out to you guys. Maybe a YouTube video or something like that. What else we got for housekeeping? I think that's about it. So let's get into the show. First thing I want to talk about is something I purchased from Steam. I was bored the other day, and I was like, I want to play some old school games. And I had about $17 in my Steam account, but I didn't want to spend it all, so I was like, what can I play? And then I was searching around. I did a little search for Sega, and I found the Sega Mega Drive Classics 4, and I picked that up. And I've been playing that all week, loving the old schoolness of it. And the best combination you can have is the Sega Steam, any Sega game. And, of course, the USB Xbox 360 controller for the PC. And I've been just loving this. Even my son's been getting in on some of the old school action here. So what comes in this pack is pretty good for the price. It's individually, it costs you about $30, $29.90. But when you buy it in a pack, it's only $7.50 US. $7.50. So the games it comes with are Alien Soldier, Gunstar Heroes, Landstalker, The Treasure of King Noel, Light Crusader, Shining Force 2, Shining in the Darkness, Streets of Rage 2, and Wonder Boy 3, Monster Lair. So all those games for only $7, and it's much better than buying these games on your iPhone, because you get the full controller in your hand. You get the old school feeling of the Sega Genesis console, the Mega Drive. Yeah. So I've been playing that all week. I'm putting a lot of time into which one do I like the best actually. I'm playing a lot of Alien Soldier and Streets of Rage 2, and some of the other games I haven't actually played yet since back in the day. And Wonder Boy 3 is one that I'm getting ready to play right after the show. I'm gonna give that a go. It looks pretty good. It's basically monsters are attacking, and it's a side scroller, little action fighting game, and looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to record my desktop well with while playing these Steam games without causing too much trouble or too much disk space, and get them up onto YouTube. But I've tried streaming them this week, but I just can't seem to get very good quality out of them. So I got to mess around with them. It could be the fact that they're really old school games playing in an emulator, because when you stream like Rift or World of Warcraft, it's not too difficult to get them. But for some reason, some of these old school games just don't stream right. So I got to mess around with the settings and see if I can get it dialed in pretty well. But look forward to some of those if I can get it dialed in. So, yep, that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. I'm pretty stoked about it. And got a month off or a month and a half off or so, and I'm going to be playing probably all of them in as much as possible. Okay. So let's get into the news for the week. The first story of the day is breaking news. Comes from Asia Gene, which is a site. I'll put a link in the show notes. And basically the site talks about trends in Japan and Asia. And DeNA is a big company here, and they have a service called Mobage. And previously the site was in Japanese only, but now they just released a version for English speaking countries and China. And the cool thing is you can download the app from the iTunes store, and I believe Android as well. Yeah, Android as well. And there's 100 free games in there. So it's kind of like a social gaming network thing, and they make a lot of money here in Japan. They've been making games for the old school feature phones. I guess they're pre-touchscreen smartphones, you call them. But they make lots of money selling games for those, and recently for the Android platform and the, of course, the iOS platform, the iPhone and the iPad, and iPod Touch, of course. But yeah, pretty cool news out of DeNA. Let's see if their competition, Glee does something similar and releases an English version of their stuff. We shall see. Nintendo, thank you very much. You finally dropped the price, or you're getting ready to drop the price on August 12th of the 3DS. The price will go down to $170 US. And that's pretty cool for the new people. The old people who spent $250 on the unit are maybe a little angry. So luckily, Nintendo was thinking before they pissed off a bunch of people, in that they're going to give a couple free games or downloadable games for the people who actually purchased the 3DS early, kind of like a reward for early adoption. So this is kind of cool. It's like, okay, yeah, we know that initially it was $250, $249, and we're dropping it down to $170, which a lot of people have been waiting for, a lower priced unit. And we know you guys are going to be a little angry, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you some games here. Some free games to show our support that you support us, basically. So that's about the only way you can do it, Either give refunds or give games. And most people, of course, don't mind free games. And yeah, Nintendo, this is all good. You did good on this one. Congrats to Nintendo for dropping the price finally. Hopefully this will lead to some more sales over the coming up to the Christmas holidays. And now that it's in that price range, it's not much of a, it turns almost into an impulse buy. So I might have to think about picking up, but I gotta play with them a couple more times and decide if I really want to drop the cash on it. But yeah, it's possible that it might happen soon. Madden. And that story was from, the previous story is from Joystick. This one's from Joystick as well. Madden NFL 12 demo coming August 9th. And the cool thing is they're going to reenact last year's championship game between the Bears and the Packers. And it's going to be a 20-minute demo of the new Madden game. This is just pure awesomeness to recreate this digitally as close as they can. EA is like, well, we're going to get it as close as possible, and that's just pure awesomeness to demonstrate the new game, showing one of the best games of last year's season. So kudos to Madden, EA, and all the football fans and players out there. Awesomeness. Next story. This was on Ars Technica and Joystick and a couple other sites. And actually, initially I think I saw it on Google Plus, where Jason Calacanis put a link to this, talking about the Humble Indie Bundle 3 rakes in $500,000 in 17 hours. 17 hours they make $500,000. This is just pure awesomeness for indie developers. And the bundle comes with, I hope the mic still sounds good. I got to lean up here to kind of read it. Crayon Physics Deluxe, Cogs, VVVVVV, Hammer Fight, and Yet It Moves, EFF, and Child's Play are the titles on this bundle. But yeah, that's pretty The bundle's been downloaded over 105,000 times, putting it about 500K. And of course, since then, it's definitely downloaded a lot more. So this story is going to probably continue, and we should see a little bit more. They'll probably hit the $1 million mark within a month, because once it hit all these blogs and all these news sites, it definitely piqued people's interest, and the price is pretty good, so you can't go wrong with that. So the Humble Indie Bundle 3 rakes in 500K in 17 hours. Awesome. Kudos to the indie developers who basically donated, or not donated, decided to put their games in this bundle. TwitchTV, TwitchTV.com, formerly the gaming channel on Justin.tv. Actually, Justin.tv was formerly, let me say that again. Justin.tv/games became huge. So Justin decided to, let's spin this off and make this its own vertical. And they started TwitchTV.com or Twitch.tv. And now they're actually offering partner programs for the game broadcasters. So what partner programs used to be, and previously on Justin, it's a 50-50 rev split on ads earned. So the more popular your show is, the more potential for you to make money. It's a win-win for both parties. But now there's a couple extra features they've added here. And let me give you a rundown of this real quick. Okay, broadcasters who are selected. So this is an application process. You have to apply to be a partner for Twitch TV. I gotta stop saying Twitch.tv. Twitch TV. And what you're gonna, it's pretty interesting here. They're gonna have some cool options. They're gonna have some ability to create subscription pricings for the channel, offer subscription-only benefits such as limited access streams and ad-free viewing. Pay-per-view options are available as well, and event-oriented programs such as tournament play. So what else are they going to have? Okay, and in addition to these revenue options, they're going to have the ability to automatically transcode. The channels will automatically transcode based on the viewer's internet connection. And members will also get first access to any new features that Twitch becomes available. So this is kind of a little bit different. Before they did a rev split on the ads. And let's see. This one actually will still do a revenue split with ads, but also it'll give you the options of give the partners options of doing like a subscription-based service, paid pay-per-view services on events. So this kind of gives gamers and game casters the ability to kind of monetize their channel, which is really cool. And I think this could work for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people have communities that don't mind supporting, and would probably kick in $1 a show or a couple dollars a show or $5 for a big event. And previously, people have monetized other ways by using donations and PayPal buttons and affiliate links. So this is just one more way that people can turn their passion of gaming or the gaming industry into something that helps support their current jobs or school, or maybe even turns into a full-time business for them. I think this is a good idea for Twitch TV. And we'll see how stingy they're going to be with the invites. I might even apply and see if I can get in just to see how strict they are. I haven't really done much streaming on my Twitch channel, but I've